My name is Clay Clark, and I'm the CEO and Visioneer of Thrive15.com. Today we are with Tim Redmond, and we're going to learn how you can't act like an idiot and expect to be paid like a boss. All of us have acted like an idiot at some point in our life and have expected to be paid like a boss. And in today's episode, we're going to be basically learning how to stop doing those dumb things and start doing some successful things so we can start getting paid some more. At Thrive 15, we believe that knowledge without application is meaningless. So as you're watching today's episode, take a moment and ask yourself, what can you do to uniquely apply these success principles in your own life and business? Otherwise, today's episode is simply more meaningless than a pogo stick in the sand. We're here with Tim Redmond, and Tim, this subject we're going to talk about is near and dear to my heart because if I wasn't married, I would revert to most of these things.
Interesting.
Well, the topic is you can't act like an idiot and expect to be paid like a boss. And I got married at a young age. We were just 20 when we got married, and so my wife's held me accountable for all 13 years. But here are some things I'm going to throw out to you. Is I was a guy who desperately wanted to be successful. I had double hoop earrings. Maybe you're watching this. Maybe that's you. I had double hoop earrings, kind of like the whole pirate phase. I was listening to Eminem in my car. I literally had installed a subwoofer in my Mazda MPV van so I could hear it louder. And I remember driving around in my car, being that angry guy, the likes to fight guy. If you stepped on my shoes, I would go after you a little bit. And I have always been motivated, but I was the angry guy. I dressed, I always wore like hip hop clothing. I always looked upset. I was repelling business. I was just repelling people that wanted to help me. Right. And it was told to me by a mentor, he says, you can't dress like an idiot and expect to be paid like a boss. And I was offended, I was upset. Maybe you're offended, maybe you're upset. But I learned, and I now understand when someone says you're a sellout, that's because you're selling something. And I wasn't able to sell something because I wasn't a sellout. So I'm going to go through some of these rules with you, and I want to get your take on it. Right. So first off, when you hear the idea that you can't act like an idiot and expect to be paid like a boss, what are some of the idiot things that you see people do all the time that you say, that's why you can't be successful? Some of the idiot acts that are very common that you see in common, maybe you used to do, but things that you see entrepreneurs do all the time that's limiting them from being successful.
Yeah, I have this thing called sloppy assumptions.
Okay.
And we will go through with every client that I work with and say, okay, what assumptions are you making, and are they serving you or are they destroying you? Or are they not serving you? And sloppy assumptions like, I'm going to make calls when I feel like making calls. I'm going to provide this when it's perfect, but not until then. You know, they're not stumbling forward. You know, we're doing things that actually stifle our learning process, and learning is what drives growth, and learning is what drives wealth. And so we have a number of these things: acting like an idiot, like allowing my feelings to be more important than having that client like me and want to buy from me. You know, you're a jerk, client, so let me tell you why I think you're a jerk. And so does that client, are they going to be more apt to want to buy from me or do business from me? When they like me, what do they really like? They like the way they feel about themselves when they're with me. How do they feel? How do your clients feel about you when they're with you? That you know, those are some of the idiot things that we've done where we're shutting down people. We're acting like a jerk, and we're wondering why people don't want to hang out with us and buy from us.
So let me ask this. In your career, I know that you've probably acted like an idiot at least twice.
Yeah, you know, on like a 15-minute time increment is usually the...
Now, when you acted like an idiot, what were some of the things in your career where you were doing dumb things and expecting a different result? Like you were kind of acting like an idiot in a certain area, but you expected to be paid like a boss. Was there something you can think of where you were just perpetually doing something?
Yeah. I know I would, you know, I was with a software company. I was the sales team, I was the marketing team, I was the support team, and these are all divisions. I was the customer service team, I was the testing team of testing the software. I got to do all of that, and when I did not organize myself towards this, I did not give myself that marketing calendar, when I didn't give myself a script to follow in the sales process, and this is something that I would pay attention to the calls at work and I'd write it out and I'd follow that, or creating a sales process. Most companies out there are order-taking companies, are not selling companies, you know. And so I do a lot of converting them from taking orders to really selling.